welcome to my kitchen. Today I've got a really amazing recipe. I say that every time these recipes are really amazing, but this one is truly delicious. It's a gingerbread recipe and I'm going to bake it in one of my favourite tins. This is rather spectacular. Now this is a bundt tin, so you can see it's a bundt tin, it's got the hole in there. And you get all different shapes and sizes, but I love this one, it's like pine foresty. You can see there's lots of kind of like lumpity bumpity bits. So I need to really make sure that my cake doesn't get stuck or any bits don't break off when it's baked. So I'm going to start by preparing my tin. I've got some melted butter here. I'm going to just brush all in the tin, making sure I'm getting in all the kind of nooks and crannies. Oh wow! Merry Christmas, children! Come and get your bundt cakes. So now I'm just going to dust it in some flour, and that's just going to help it to turn out once the cake's baked. So just kind of shake it all over. Make sure it goes all the way around the edges so it's all completely covered, and give it a bit of a shake and then just tap off any excess. So that's ready to go. It's nice and non-stickified. So I'm going to get my cake mixture on. So for this we need some light muscovado sugar. This is really nice because it's really it's got a lovely caramel fudgy taste. Nearly forgot my vanilla extract. Some soft butter we have. We've got 300 grams of each in there. And I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract here. A couple of teaspoons. Mix this so it goes really nice and pale and creamy. Okay, so you can see it's gone a lot lighter. Now something I do with all my cake sponges, I add a little bit of boiling water, and that just helps my butter and sugar to really cream up. So just a couple of tablespoons on slow. Turn up the speed. Max power. So look at that. It's really nice and pale and creamy now. All those kind of sugar granules are starting to kind of dissolve. So that's really going to be a nice light and fluffy sponge. And now I just need to add 6 eggs, just gradually on slow. More eggs. Just making sure I've got all of those kind of bits of butter and sugar from the bottom. So that's all pretty mixed. Lastly, I'm going to add some self-raising flour. I've also got some cinnamon and ground ginger and a bit of baking powder as well. So just kind of mix that together. Tip this in just about a third at a time until it's completely mixed in. Just on slow again. I don't want to over-process the flour. So that's all ready to go. So let's just nicely mix there. Lastly, I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of natural yogurt. Give it one more mix. There we go. So look at that lovely colour of that gingerbread cake. Just fold it through. I'm going to pop it into my tin. Just kind of drop it all the way around. So that's all filled up. Just going to take a spoon and just kind of smooth it round. Kind of make a bit of a well. Just pushing that up round the sides. You want to pop this in the oven on 180 degrees for about sort of 40 to 50 minutes-ish. Obviously with all sponges, just use a knife, go right through to the middle of the sponge and make sure it comes out clean so you know it's done. So I'm going to pop that in the oven and let it bake. So here it is, my pride and joy. It's turned out really well, obviously thanks to the butter and the flour. And it's great, you can see all the little shapes of the pine cones. All that's needed is a lovely dusting of icing sugar, and you can slice it and serve it with some ice cream, a bit warm, or some cream. So let's just dust away like a magical snowfall. Look at that. Wonderful. Just like a lovely snowy pine forest. Hope you enjoyed that video. The recipe is just down there. If you like what you see, please subscribe and I'll see you next time.